All right, thank you all for being here today. I'm Stephanie Meyer. I'm the librarian at Cardinal Valley Elementary and our elementary ballot books coordinator for the district. I want to go over a couple rules before we get started. We edited the old rules. We haven't done this for 2 years, so it's we've changed some rules in the meantime, and it's weird being back after COVID. Today's competition will consist of 60 questions broken into 3 rounds of 20 questions each. We will start with 5 warm-up questions that will not count for points. They'll just give our students a chance to get warmed up and get the nerves out. There will be tiebreakers at the end if we need them, but we will cover those details if we need them at the end. Questions will be read only once. If the question is not answered correctly and I was not able to finish reading the question the first time, I will repeat the question. But if the question was read the first time, I won't repeat the question. So if it was read the first time completely, you won't hear it again. Only the captain may speak, and once the captain begins their answer, no one else on the team should be talking. So once your captain starts giving an answer, you shouldn't be shouting the author at them or any other things. Also, once a captain starts to give an answer, they can't change their answer. So you can't be halfway through a title and switch to a different title. If I ask you to repeat your question, your answer, make sure you say it exactly the same way. It's because I just wasn't able to hear you, not because it should be a different answer. So if I have trouble hearing you, I might ask you to repeat it. You will have 5 seconds to give your answer after you buzz in. We will also have 5 seconds after the question is read for teams to choose to buzz in. You can't talk to your teammates until after you've buzzed in, so you can't decide if you're going to buzz in or not. You have to either buzz in or not, and then you can chat for those 5 seconds. 1 point will be given for a correct title. 1 additional point is given for the correct author. There will only be 2 buzzes per question. So if one team gets it wrong and a second team gets it wrong, that question is done. We move on to the next question. If a team answers incorrectly, they have to sit out the next question, and it will be for any teams that didn't get it wrong that following question. Should a question of procedure arise during the competition, coaches need to resolve that inquiry at the time of the occurrence. Some of these books have similar themes and events, and sometimes there's a dispute on what the answer could possibly be. Hopefully we've eliminated those before this competition today, but you never know. So coaches, if there's a question, only coaches can raise a question, and then those 4 coaches and myself will resolve that. Once the competition is over, the results are final, so it has to be done at the time. A new rule this year at the elementary level is the opportunity to sub at the end of each round. So some teams may choose to do that, others may not. That's up to the coach to decide. And we will be tallying scores at the end of each round, and during that time is when those coaches will make those changes if they want to. All of our students have worked so hard to get here, and our coaches have too. They've given up a lot of their time to volunteer, so let's give our coaches and our students a big round of applause. So we ask that during the competition, the audience remains quiet. There shouldn't be any talking from the audience while we're doing the questions. And scores will be announced at the end of each round. And good luck, students. All right, woo, that's loud. Students, can you hear me? Yeah, all right. I want to test your microphones really quick. So I want you to, our captain, just say your name and your school name for me.
Caitlin Scappa.
Emmett Dixie.
Ansley Garrett Morgan.
Rosa TCE. Rosa TCE.
All right. All right. All right, let's do a buzzer check to make sure everything is working. We will start with Tate's Creek on the end. Question 1. In which book was a boy's spring break trip with his dad?
Garrett Morgan.
Clean Getaway by Stone.
Correct for 2 points. Question 2. In which book do grade school girls still jump rope? Garrett Morgan.
Maniac McGee by Spinelli.
Correct for 2 points. Question 3. In which book was it said that true courage comes?
The Fabled Life of Aesop by Lendler.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question. In which book was it said that true courage comes in the unknown?
Over the Moon by Lloyd.
Did you reset it in
Yeah.
between? Oh. Make sure that you wait for your. She accidentally hit the reset button, but Dixie had rung in first. Dixie, 2 points. Scappa is out for this question. Question 4. In which book does the main character get struck by lightning?
Fins by White.
Correct for 2 points. This question is for all teams. Question 5. In which book was the main character's dream birthday party?
Scappa.
What time?
The timer is not going down.
Time? Because you hit pause. Okay. Make sure it's flashing.
Ways to make sunshine.
That was time.
Oh, okay.
I'll repeat the question. In which book was the main character's dream birthday?
From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Mark.
That is correct for 2 points to Garrett Morgan. Scappa is out on this question. Question 6. In which book did a character have a wooden box with a fig?
Didn't get away, Nick Stone.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question.
Manana by Ryan.
That is correct. Dixie, make sure you are, wait for us to say your name before you start to answer. 2 points to Dixie. All teams are in for this question. Question 7. In which book does the main character trip over the statue? Time. Why is it not buzzing?
It flashed on this end. I can see it over here flash.
Just watch it. I'll repeat. Question 7. In which book does the main character trip over the statue of a Looney Tunes character?
Ground Zero by Gratz.
Correct for 2 points. This question, Scappa is out. Question 8. In which book does a character blow everyone away with their voice when they...
Garrett Morgan.
Roll with It by Sumner.
Correct for 2 points. Question 9. In which book is a squid a villain?
Dixie.
Four Ulysses by Dick Miller.
Correct for 2 points. Let me switch back to our original set for question 10. Question 10. In which book does the book start off with the main character in a fight with her?
Lauren Ulysses, Kate DiCamillo.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question. In which book does the book start off with the main character in a fight with her best friend?
Scappa. From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Marks.
Correct for 2 points. This question, Tate's Creek is out. Question 11. In which book is Six Flags a Stop?
Queen Getaway by Stone.
Correct for 2 points. All teams are in for this question. Question 12. In which book was there a troll or a...
Over the Moon by Lloyd.
Correct for... Oh, no, sorry. Incorrect. Sorry. Question 12. In which...
Manana Land, Pam My Nose Ryan.
Correct for 2 points. Question 13. Scappa sits out. Question 13. In which book was someone allergic to
Maniac McGee by Spinelli.
Correct for 2 points. Question 14 is for all teams. In which book does a character find themselves standing in a black and white? Time. I'll repeat. In which book does a character...
Garrett Morgan.
Ground Zero by Gratz.
Correct for 2 points. Scappa sits this question out. In which book did they eat apple puffs?
Dixie.
Over the Moon by Lloyd.
Correct for 2 points. All teams are in this question. Question 16. In which book do characters speak in code to avoid?
The Fabled Life of Aesop and
Garrett Morgan.
Fabled Life of Aesop by Lindler.
Correct for 2 points. Make sure you wait until your school name is said.
And make sure your hands aren't over the light, because then I can't see, okay? Thank you.
Question 17. In which book are food rations distributed?
When the Stars Are Scattered by Jamison Mohammed.
Correct for 2 points. Question 18. In which book is there an Amber Alert out?
Queen Getaway by Stone.
Correct for 2 points. Question 19. In which book does a character get annoyed with needing to have?
Scabba.
Roll with It by Sumner.
Correct for 2 points. Question 20. In which book did a dad always say? Garrett Morgan.
Ways to Make Sunshine by Watson.
Correct for 2 points. That is the end of our first round. We will take a break to tally points. All right. Oh, the score. At the end of the first round, we have Tate's Creek with 2, Garrett Morgan with 14, Dixie with 20, and Scappa with 4. All right, here we go with round 2. Question 1. In which book is the main character trying to track down her dad's...
Scabba.
From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Marks.
Correct for 2 points. Question 2. In which book does a rescue team run out of gas?
Scabba.
Fins by White.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question. Question 2.
Garrett Morgan.
Ground Zero by Gratz.
Incorrect. That was Flora and Ulysses by Kate DiCamillo. So this question is only for Tate's Creek and Dixie. Question 3. In which book did dots on a map represent?
Manana Land by Ryan.
Correct for 2 points. Question 4 is for both or for all teams. Question 4. In which book was a character able to run on the steel rail?
Tate's Creek.
Maniac McGee, Jerry Spinelli.
Correct for 2 points. Question 5. In which book was an airboat used as a...
Dixie.
Fins by White.
Correct for 2 points. Question 6. In which book is a pie mailbox?
Garrett Morgan.
Roll with It by Sumner.
Correct for 2 points. Question 7. In which book are children, chickens, and...
Tate's Creek.
Ground Zero on Gratz.
Correct for 2 points. Question 8. In which book does the main character mess up her hairdo when she...
Garrett Morgan.
Ways to Make Sunshine by Reading Watson.
Correct for 2 points. Question 9. In which book do a cat and a landlord...
Tate's Creek.
Lauren Ulysses, Kate DiCamillo.
Correct for 2 points. Question 10. In which book was a mama pie proud?
Tate's Creek.
Roll with It, Jamie Sumner.
Incorrect.
Garrett Morgan.
Over the Moon by Natalie Lloyd.
Correct for 2 points. Tate's Creek will sit this question out. Question 11. In which book do the main characters think their boat is being attacked?
Scabba.
Fins by White.
Correct for 2 points. All teams are in for question 12. In which book is there a school with no books?
Garrett Morgan.
When the Stars Are Scattered by Homan Jimson.
Correct for 2 points. Question 13 is for all teams, which the last one's too, sorry. In which book were stories used to teach people?
The Fabled Life of Aesop by Lindler.
Correct for 2 points. Question 14. In which book is there a fire on the stove?
Tate's Creek.
Time. Who's that?
Ground Zero by Gratz.
Was that? Where was the light? Oh, it was Scappa. Okay. Make sure you wait for our moderator to, or our buzzer keeper to acknowledge you. Repeat your answer.
Ground Zero by Gratz.
Correct for 2 points. Tate's Creek will sit this question out. Question 15. In which book did characters carve their name in?
Garrett Morgan.
Manana Land by Munoz Ryan.
Correct for 2 points. This question is for all teams. In which book was a mission to collect?
Tate's Creek.
Clink It Away, Nick Stone.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question.
Fins by White.
Incorrect. That was Over the Moon by Lloyd. So this question is only for Garrett Morgan and Dixie. Question 17. In which book does a character love giant donuts?
Flora and Ulysses by Kate DiCamillo.
Correct for 2 points. All teams are in for this question. Question 18. In which book is a character warned about the dangers of cockatoos?
Rolls It by Sumner.
Correct for 2 points. Question 18. In which book did someone play a practical joke to welcome?
Ways to Make Sunshine, Renee Watson.
Incorrect. I'll repeat.
Maniac McGee by Spinelli.
Correct for 2 points. Tate's Creek will sit this question out. Question 20. I'm sorry. In which book was a bakery extremely?
Flora and Ulysses by DiCamillo.
Incorrect. I'll repeat.
From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Marks.
Correct for 2 points. That is the end of round 2. All right, at the end of round 2, we have Garrett Morgan with 28, Tate's Creek with 8, Scappa with 12, and Dixie with 28. All right, round 3. Question 1. In which book does a character pretend to dislike something he?
Tate's Creek.
Ground Zero on Gratz.
Incorrect. I'll repeat.
Garrett Morgan.
Maniac McGee by Jerry Spinelli.
Incorrect. It was The Fabled Life of Aesop by Lindler. So on this question, it's just for Dixie and Scappa. Question 2. In which book is someone responsible for cleaning, fetching water?
Oh,
Time. I'll repeat. Dixie.
When Stars Are Scattered by Jamison Muhammad.
Correct for 2 points. So on this question, Scappa is out. Everyone else is in. In which book does a boy's grandma keep calling?
Garrett Morgan.
Clean Getaway by Stone.
Correct for 2 points. Everyone is in for the next question. Question 4. In which book was there a horsehair soap?
Tate's Creek.
Flora and Ulysses, Kate DiCamillo.
Correct for 2 points. Question 5. In which book does the main character outrun a team?
Tate's Creek.
Ways to Make Sunshine, Renee Watson.
Correct for 2 points. Question 6. In which book was a main character adopted by a...
Garrett Morgan.
Ground Zero by Gratz.
Correct for 2 points. Question 17. In which book did characters travel with a cat?
Scappa.
Time. I'll repeat. Garrett Morgan.
Manana Land by Munoz Ryan.
Correct for 2 points. Scappa is out on this question. Question 8. In which book does a character put a shark to sleep using?
Garrett Morgan.
Fins by White.
Correct for 2 points. Everyone is in for question 9. In which book does someone win free pizza?
Tate's Creek.
Maniac McGee, Jerry Spinelli.
Correct for 2 points. Question 10. In which book is the main character working an intern?
Get Scappa.
From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Marks.
Correct for 2 points. Question 11. In which book does a character talk to a lamp?
Tate's Creek.
Flora and Ulysses, Kate DiCamillo.
Correct for 2 points. Question 12. In which book did they eat Pinkberry?
Tate's Creek.
Ways to Make Sunshine, Renee Watson.
Incorrect. I'll repeat. In which...
Garrett Morgan.
Over the Moon by Lloyd.
Correct for 2 points. Question 13. In which book do they celebrate New Year's?
Scappa.
Ways to Make Sunshine by Watson.
Incorrect. I'll repeat. In which book do they celebrate New Year's Day with black-eyed peas, dominoes, and peanut brittle?
Garrett Morgan.
Roll With It by Sumner.
Correct for 2 points. Scappa will sit this question out. Question 14. In which book did someone buy 30 butterscotch?
Tate's Creek.
Maniac McGee, Jerry Spinelli.
Correct for 2 points. This question... Question 15. Oh, that's a little too quick. Question 15 is for all teams. In which book was an entrance to a cave over...
Scappa.
Manana Land by Ryan.
Incorrect. I'll repeat. In which book was an...
Over the Moon by Lloyd.
Incorrect. Who was that? Tate's Creek? Garrett Morgan. That was Ground Zero by Gratz. On question 16, we will have this question is for Dixie and Tate's Creek. No, they got it wrong. 15 was wrong by both teams. So this question is for Dixie and Tate's Creek only. Question 16. In which book does a character tell another character a story in order to escape? Dixie?
Fable Life of Aesop by Windworm.
Correct for 2 points. All teams are in for question 17. In which book is the main character surprisingly good?
Pass.
Incorrect. I'll repeat. In which book is the main character surprisingly good at mini?
Roll with it, Jamie Sumner.
Correct for 2 points. Scappa sits this question out. Question 18. In which book did two sisters and their mother?
Fins by White.
Time.
Fins by Randy Wayne White.
Correct for 2 points. So Garrett Morgan will sit this question out. Now, just a clarification, time was called here at the table. It wasn't on the microphone, but the students should have heard it. Question 19. In which book did characters jump off a bridge to?
Vineyard Land by Ryan.
Correct for 2 points. Question 20 is for all teams. In which book is a Hawaiianish?
From the Desk of Zoe Washington, Janae Marks.
Correct for 2 points, and that is the end of round 3. All right. We thought instead of just announcing the scores, we would just do trophies at the same time. Students, if you will hit that mute button on your microphone for me, it's the glowing, yep, make it not glow. All right, so in 4th place with 16 points, we have Scappa. Great job. And if you want a perfect photo opportunity backdrop, there's a lovely little sheet set up over here that would be a great background if you want to take a team picture over there. Or you can do it after we wrap up. In 3rd place with 24 points, we have Tate's Creek. All right. Oh, get quiet for me. In 2nd place with 32 points, Dixie. And that means in 1st place with 40 points, Garrett Morgan. Yeah, sure. All right, congratulations to all of our students. You all won several matches to get here, so just being here is a huge accomplishment. You all did awesome tonight. Everybody was such a good sport, and we appreciate parents for allowing your kids to stay after school and practice and bringing them tonight to compete. And coaches, we really appreciate you because without you, this would not be happening at your school. It doesn't happen at every school, so thank your coaches because they make it happen for your students.